What up, what up? What's going on, fam? This is Chris with F4YT. I hope you've been enjoying your day so far. We are back with another presentation and continue our presentation series, right? When it comes to the anatomy of the human avatar, right? So today, guys, is all about the spinal column. We're going to keep going and growing together through our own personal transformation and atonement process, leaving no stone unturned. We realize by now we all been lied to on a mass level, right? So what do we do about it? We got to unlearn all the lies that we learned in school from our parents and relearn our own personal truth that works best for us. And it's okay. I've been there too. You know, don't be mad at your parents because they didn't question the official story and do their own due diligence and research stuff instead of blindly believing what their parents taught them and what their parents taught them, right? So it's okay. That's why you're here. You know what I'm saying? You volunteered to come here and say enough of this mess. Okay, we're gonna uncover, everything, right? We're gonna, peel back all the layers and tell people the truth so we can level up together. Okay, so that's what it's all about, guys. So with that being said, we're gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna give you my own, key facts, my own personal takeaways, and get you guys out of here. But before we jump into it, you know the drill, right? Be sure to click that like and subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. You know, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna grow. It's all about challenging ourselves and not believing anything I'm telling you. Okay, I'm just sharing my experiences with you because I know there's a lot of people out there could really use this information right now. But you got to do your own research. Okay, so I'm here to remind you of your own greatness because you know this information. You just need to remember. Okay, and part of my purpose is to give you a quick tune up so you can tune into yourself, so you can trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, instead of blindly believing people, right? And research, investigate the official story, even me. Okay, but I'm one of the many beacons of light that are sharing, my ups and downs, the things that work, the things that doesn't work, the tools that help me level up, like these 7 hermetic principles, right? They got me out of a lot of jams. Once I knew better, I was doing better, right? Because it's all about cause and effect. So that's what it's all about, okay? So, but be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you. If you appreciate the content, drop a thank you. If you appreciate the content, even better, because you're not going to learn this stuff in no school and no church, all right? And you just getting your tithes offering away, okay? You're going to learn a lot here, the stuff that you need to grow and the stuff that you can, once you learn it and do your own research and have your own understanding and overstanding, you'll be able to incorporate this into your life. And also you can teach and help a lot of people to help themselves instead of turn this into a business opportunity. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So we out of this business opportunity, it's time to help people help themselves. Okay, so and you'll see about the fruits that you bear in your life. It's all on you. Okay, cause and effect. You reap what you sow. So if things are not going right in your life, it's because your polarity is out of balance. It's just that simple. So as always, guys, if you really love this content, Cash App information down below. If you love to donate, all the information down below, $1, $2, it doesn't matter, okay? But I'm going to keep going and keep sharing, okay? And as always, guys, we know Earth is a school, all right? It's the biggest university of you because you are your own universe. And you know that our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons, right? To gain that experience and knowledge for our soul grow, all right? And as you grow, right, you're going to share your knowledge and wisdom with people. You're going to trust your own intuition, your own inner voice, your own energy, all right? You're going to question the official story and do your own research. And you're going to help people, to help themselves. And by now, we got these universal laws and principles, right? Everything matters. So you're not going to get away with anything. You are responsible for the good and the bad things that are happening in your life right now. All you got to do is just sit back and reflect. And you'll realize, hey, I am the co-creator of my own, life story. So each and every one of us have our own, purpose and mission to fulfill. But it's up to you to learn those lessons and to level up on your path, okay? But I'm here to remind you, hey, follow your own biorhythm and flow in life, okay? Stop blindly believing people and following people. Nobody is no guru over you. You are your own guru. There are many people like myself. We are sharing our experiences with you because you may, come across similar experience. However, you are the own author. You the author and the student. Okay, you are the teacher and the student of your own script. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So as you grow, and as your moolah come in, please pay yourself at least 10% first and hold that money over time. Okay, whole life policy is a great thing right about now, at least until you're ready for your next investment opportunity. Okay, but what am I saying? Pay yourself 10% first. No matter how big or small, 10 cents, $1, $10, $100, but as long as you pay yourself first each and every time you get some moolah in, and over time, like a year, 3 years, you're going to use that same money that you saved up. You're going to use it for your next, investment, for your next asset cash flow opportunity. Okay, so if you need help with money, please read Rich Dad Poor Dad, the cash flow quadrant. It'll get you out a lot of jams. Okay, it'll help level up your consciousness too when it comes to money. Okay, also be intentional with everything. Be the cause in your life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. Create your own luck. We talked about your name, your nature, your life path number, natal chart, all of that. Okay, astroseek.com, they'll hook you up. Go back to my previous presentation. We really do need help with your name and your life path number. Okay, guys, but with that being said, I'm gonna give you my key facts, because there are no pictures in these books. Okay, so what I did, I just went straight off intuition here. Me, how I do, right? But these are the books, some of the books that I'm using. First and foremost, the book right here, all right, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean by Doriel Books. Please invest in this. This is going to get you on the frequency with higher thought forms. And, it's going to give you some backdrop to the who, what, when, where, and how, and why, and what can we do right at this present moment to get ourselves in alignment with our higher self, if that makes more sense. But it's all about, love. Loving, to seek wisdom. And as you love to seek wisdom, okay, through V, which is that Master Builder 22, right? You're going to evolve in your own personal transformation and atonement process and become the best you came here to be. Okay, I'm gonna just cut it straight to the point. Okay, it's all about your own personal transformation and atonement process. All right, but get that book. Okay, Emerald Tablets of Thoth by Doriel Books. Okay, the Atlantean. Okay, then also the Occult Anatomy of Man by Manly P. Hall. I'm using a lot of this information from this book, and also George Carey Works. Okay, your 3 books in one. George Carey Works, 3 books in one. I'm using mainly these 2 books and quite a few other books that I mentioned in the main intro with this, and it'll also be in the description area too, so I won't leave you slipping there. But you know how I operate, guys. I love to leave you guys references instead of blindly believing people. It's all about proper scholarship here. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna give you my key facts, key takeaways, and get you guys out of here. So, but I really don't have to talk. You can take a screenshot of this thing and just do you, okay? But it's all about doing your own due diligence and research, okay? All right, let's go ahead and talk about it here. Each and every day, guys, we've been lied to. We're under attack each and every day, through the air, water, food, you name it. All right. But as you investigate the official story, there are some things you can do to get on top of things. OK, but first things first, it's all about knowledge of self, proper education. Like, who am I? What am I here to do? And what can I do to get in great alignment with myself and my own universe within my own constitution, right? My own nation, right? That I can get in alignment and get things going in my life. Okay, but today, guys, all about the spinal column, and right now it's the brainstem, the medulla oblongata, right? And I just want to let it be known, and you'll find this information through your research too, that there is a celestial hierarchy, okay, of Scorpio, and they are responsible for the body building in nature, okay, and also within the human constitution. And this is what what they coined it, the invisible intelligence, so to speak. Okay, that spirit, there's a invisible intelligence realm, and they do pretty much a lot of little work that you don't see behind the scenes, especially with Mother Nature. You'll go to sleep, you'll look at a flower one day before you go to bed, right? And then the next day that thing is completely transformed. Same thing like with a butterfly. Like, how does it do that, right? That transformation and atonement process, right? That metamorphosis. That's what I'm talking about, guys. But there is a invisible celestial force that you can tap into as you elevate your overall frequency and vibrational, within yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and move down. Okay, within your medulla oblongata, your brainstem here, you got the pingala and the ida. I'm lining all this stuff up. Everything is lined up for you. Okay, and then you also have your spinal cord here. Okay, so with the pingala, ida, then you have your sushumna. Okay, and also when it comes to your own your brain stem here, everything's lined up. Okay, so you also have a universe within your own human body, like I mentioned to you in many presentations, and your heart area within your avatar is equivalent to the earth space. Okay, and with that being said, before we move on, be sure to drink and hydrate yourself, right? Either with distilled, alkaline, or natural fruit water, or eat your water from the fruit, in other words, right? Naturally. Okay, it's time to invest in higher fuel for your vehicle, your car, which is your body. Okay, lean on in. Okay, there are different aspects when it comes to the your medulla oblongata, right? You got your pyramid area here, dissolution of the pyramids, right? And then also on the side you got your the diencephalon, right? The diencephalon, which it consists of your thalamus and your hypothalamus. Then you also have your brainstem, which consists of your midbrain, your pons, and your medulla oblongata. And then let's tie all this stuff in together with the Hiram abyss. Like, you get it? The Hiram abyss, right? And what does that mean, right? It's all about your kundalini energy, becoming the own master of your own divine masculine and feminine principle within you. You raise your kundalini energy through what? Through knowledge, wisdom, action, words. Everything matters, right? And once you reach that sweet spot, you go, this is a symbol. This right here is an ancient symbol, more a symbol for the perfected woman or man. Okay, the divine masculine and feminine energy. And once you raise that kundalini energy within you to reach that heart chakra area, that's why you'll see within any images they like to focus on the heart, because you got to tap into the heart chakra to access these other realms within yourself. Okay, I hope that makes sense so far. And once you tap that thing, that fire gonna go off, right? You'll feel like a cool rush in your crown chakra area. And that's when you realize, like, oh shoot, I self-law and master, right? Islam, because you have complete control, because now you know that you are the Lord of the rings within your own human constitution. Okay, your own universe within you, because you are your own universe. And I hope that makes sense so far. So when you see this symbol now, it's all about what? The brain stem, fellas, ladies. You see? Medulla oblongata. All right, and you see the high ram, and this is part of the brain, right, or the skull. All right, I'm tying everything together. Our ancestors put our sacred geometry and everything just for this moment, because they knew we had to hide in the nursery rhymes and all these different these mystical stories, mysteries, right, just so we can unlock these things at just the right time, right, so we can get to the next level. Okay, and that's part of my purpose here. So let's lead on in, guys. The kundalini energy is rising all over the planet, as above, so below, right? And what that means, that central nervous system here is being affected with these solar rays and stuff that's going on throughout the planet. All right, there are different energies here, and you got that cerebral spinal fluid that's flowing up your spine, that kundalini, that serpentine energy, right? And you growing through your own personal transformation and atonement process here. And so starting from the ground up, right, you got to get grounded. Okay, you got to know where you're going. Okay, you got to have some stability for yourself. Okay, then that next step is awareness, feeling, discrimination. You got to know about love. Okay, we still in the root, and it's all about expression, vision, divinity, time, soul, transmutation, connection, and then leading into that yin yang. Okay, polarity, similarity, harmony, freedom, kundalini, mastery, abundance, clarity, knowledge, creation, manifestation, alignment, peace, wisdom, enjoyment, forgiveness, faith, grace. The principle of the 33rd, that's when you realize, like, hey, you know, I am that I am. John chapter 10, you know, 31st through 34 through 38 in Psalms 82. And you realize like, hey, I am not separate from the universe, you know, and you realize like, hey, God is not a person. It's a level of consciousness, okay? And you are not separate from the universe. You were taught that you are, but you're not. Everything is interconnected, fam. And let's lead on in so I can give you my takeaways and get you guys out of here, okay? But as you can see here, I come with pictures too, okay? All right, but it's all about tapping into this I single, okay? So there's nobody better than nobody else. It's all about raising your consciousness, okay? The people that has a high quality of consciousness and learning new things, right? These are the people that are going to get things done in this age of Aquarius. It's all about leaving no stone unturned. So the people that are doing their research and doing their due diligence, you're going to see these individuals go ahead and they're going to be the way short for everybody else until they can get on the boat, okay? But as you can see right here, guys, everything is interconnected. You see that the hands cup right here with the cerebrum lobes here, okay? And next, why is the Easter Bunny so important? There are so many different symbolism throughout your whole human body. It's ridiculous. But let's talk about the brain, because you know what? All is mental, right? And we just, you know, universal thought form, energy thought forms, having this human experience, right? So let's talk about the mind instead of talking about all that stuff outside. Let's deal with our mind first, then we can talk about the stuff outside, right? So, but look at this, right? Everything's interconnected, you know? Here's your bunny right here with the nose, your eyes. Everything's interconnected. So when you look at things beneath the surface with a magnifying glass, you'll see everything for what it truly is. So let's go ahead and leave things out. You know, it's all about going from the root all the way to the crown chakra, so you can tap into your divine masculine and feminine energy and having that balance within yourself. So let's do a quick walkthrough. You know, it's all about starting from the root, which is the Sushumna, right? And this is dealing with the Muladhara and your crown chakra area, because these are the beginning and the end of the Sushumna, right? And so when it comes to the root chakra area here, these are the stories and the symbolism, the allegories, right? The metaphors that you can compare them with, because these stories are all dealing with different, transformations and processes that goes on within the human avatar, like the story of Jehovah and Shiva, right? That deals with the root chakra area, okay? And then next we have Sodom and Gomorrah, right? That also deals with the sacral chakra. And then when it comes to the Kundalini energy, fam, that's a Sanskrit word dealing with the serpentine or a twisting gas or a force. I repeat, Kundalini is a Sanskrit word, basically for serpentine energy, a twisting of gases or forces, okay? Let's lead on in. You got this, I said the sacral chakra here, and then we tap into the solar plexus, and we mentioned this in the previous presentation. Solar plexus dealing with the birth of that son of God, that seed, that Christed seed within you, which is born every 28 days, right? When your moon hits your sun sign each and every month, okay, you're giving birth to that seed. And that's why you see a lot of fellas doing this semen retention. But you got to remember, it's all about your intent. Why are you doing semen retention? Where are you trying to get out of this, okay? And you got to have intention, set your goals, and then you got to write things down to see what's working and see what's not working before you progress to the next level. I hope that makes sense so far, okay? Next, it's all about what I've been saying, guys. Tap into that heart chakra, because when you tap into that heart chakra, it's going to give you access to different realms of reality within yourself, okay? You'll be able to see things for what they truly are, okay? And you'll be focused on higher thought forms as well, okay? That's what it's all about. Instead of focus on cars, and all these materialistic things, you'll be focused on like investment opportunities. How can I set my family up for for success, with generational wealth or some kind of legacy in life, so they don't have to work hard for money. Money gonna work for them, and that way you can focus on your family and build that solid foundation that we supposed to have in the first place. Okay, all right, and then you got to tap into that throat chakra, and as you progress up, this Kundalini serpentine energy, which is your staff of you, right? Your rod, your Red Sea, right? You're gonna grow, and you're gonna tap into that clairvoyant light rays, okay, as you reach your crown chakra. And that's when you tap into your divine masculine and feminine energy, Everything lines up, fam, and which you reach your what? Your cerebrum lobes. And then that's when you say, hey, I am part of I am my, because my is all about balance, okay? And living that righteous life, because you got to balance that polarity in your life, okay? So if things are not going right in your life, fam, remember, flip the polarity, okay? You can't be happy and sad at the same time frame. And once you balance yourself, that's when you reach that I single, because I am that I am. You are not separate from the Father, right? You're not separate from the universe. They taught you that you are. All right. So it's time to live your divine purpose and mission. I'm here to remind you of your greatness. And I'm here to remind you that, hey, the kingdom of heaven is within you. It's been there all along. All right. You don't have to go to a building to get there. All right. Because the building is within you. Okay. So Solomon's temple is your human avatar, and it is built without the sign of a what? Saw or a hammer. It's constantly, going through his own personal regeneration, transformation, atonement process, guys. And that's when you reach that Christ consciousness. And this is your rebirth. As your cerebral spinal fluid, Christ climbs your 33 vertebrae, right? That Jacob's ladder, right? And then it meets your what? 12 cranial nerves, those 12 disciples, and 12 plus 1, which is Christ, is 13. Remember, that's a special magical number, guys. It's not a spooky number. But this is going to ignite the pineal gland, okay? And this is which is going to be your resurrection, which is your Christ consciousness, okay? So remember, the eyes are the windows of the soul. It works both ways. You can look out, and also people can look in. All right. So the things that you've been holding within, sooner or later it's gonna stop piling on you, right? And it's gonna manifest itself into your reality. So you gotta lock yourself into higher thought forms. Know where you're going in life, okay? But I'm here to remind you of your greatness. I'm just reflection of you, different time and space, and just and I volunteered to come back here to tell your butt to get out. Okay. All right. Don't be stuck on this level. There are many different levels of life, okay? But don't get stuck in this reincarnation trap. It's time to grow to the next level of you. I want to see what you're working with. So as we get ready to close, guys, you know how it is. It's time to turn your thoughts inward and not outward. You need to find the light within you, okay? And know that you are the master. I repeat, you need to find that lighted soul within you, fam, and know that you are the master. Everything that you see that's going on right now in your reality is brought from within. So it's time for you to grow to the realms of brightness, and you need to hold your thoughts on the light. I repeat, you need to grow, okay, through the realms of brightness, and you need to hold thy thought on the light, and know you are one with the cosmos, a flame and a child of the light. Okay, we are all different aspects of that one ray of light. You know what I'm saying? Say cheese. So as we get ready to get out of here, guys, this is from the Emerald Tablets of Thoth. Don't be afraid to unlock the universe within you, because what? You are your own universe, and God is a status, okay? It's not an entity per se, okay? It's a status, a level of consciousness, okay? Just like the Christ, okay? Generator, operator, destroyer, as above, so below, macrocosm, microcosm. And once you know who you are and what you're here to do on the planet this time, you're going to reach your true self in manifestation, which is God, all right? Material items gonna come and go. You're gonna have the cars, the jewelry. You can manipulate man-made items, but when it comes to knowledge of self, it's longer lasting. You can't manipulate that, okay? You can duplicate that over and over again. Knowledge is longer lasting. All right. So what am I saying? Please learn those self-made principles. These are the cheat codes to the universe. These are the rules to the universe. All right. I just got to keep it like that. So if things haven't been going right in your life, fam, please just start balancing your polarity. That there's a good side and not so good side to everything, as I just shown and clearly illustrated today. They'll spook you away, say, oh, that's the devil. But again, when these universal principles, it's universal law. They got to tell you the truth and the lie together to get away with this stuff. Okay. So remember, anything you see, there's an aspect of the truth and an aspect of the lie hidden within that one, image or whatever that you're dealing with. Okay. Even with me. Okay. But at least I'm gonna give you some references and tell you do your own research. Okay. Versus just, beating around the bush like most people. So, you know, the person, you know, big shout out to the ancestors, both known and unknown. And also, I'll be remiss if I don't mention this brother here, Master Teacher Brother Freeman L. So, you know, he really helped enlighten me when it comes to taking this, all the BS, right, out of belief system and to see things for what they are. Him and Bobby Hemmett and many other people too, but Brother Freeman L, brother, you know, rest in power. You know, you are doing, I know you doing your thing, and I feel the energy right now. But you know, if you want to learn more about this brother and his teachings, he'll help unlock some of this science here for you, you know, outside of me, because you don't want to just use me as your primary source here, okay? But Brother Freeman L on YouTube, there's a lot of people sharing his material, so have at it, guys. So as we get ready to close things out, what am I saying? You know, it's a well-known fact that it's a well-known physiological fact that blood is the basic material in which the human body is continually built. I repeat, blood is the basic material in which the human body is continually built. So as is the blood, so is the body. As is the body, so is the brain. As is the brain, so is the quality of thought. So what does that mean? Your input is going to equal your output. So as you take in cleaner foods and fuel into your kingdom, your Solomon's temple, right, your thought process is going to elevate as well. But also, it's not necessarily just the food, it's you exercising your own brain, your muscle on your own. So it takes, you know, willpower, free will to do this, and discipline, and set a schedule. All right, that's why I learned throughout the military for me, and being an athlete too, you know, I would at least practice 15 minutes a day to get good, and over time I was getting pretty damn good. So practice, schedule yourself 15 minutes a day, okay? So I really need to say this. Scientists have discovered, and it's a well-known fact right about now, and you can see it with a lot of people, you know, in society. There are dormant cells and underdeveloped brain cells in the cerebrum. We've been talking about this, okay? The upper brain, which is the seat of the soul, and this is also the moral faculties within the human avatar too. And this is the key. When it's touched with the vital force set free through the process of physical regeneration by saving that seed that we talked about, that sets up in the solar plexus, right? By baptism of that Christly ointment that travels up your spinal, you know, that's CSF, right? We talked about that. And it's gonna lift the crucified substance, you know, wasted by the, you know, prodigal son and righteous living up to what? The most high brain, which is cerebrum, right? We talked about that too. And that's when you tap into your Christ consciousness, okay? And remember, everything, you know, everything is interconnected, fam, okay? It's all about leaving no stone unturned. And here are my takeaways. I'm gonna go ahead and get you guys out of here. So one, you know, connecting the two worlds, you have what? Heaven and hell. We didn't heard these stories, but we had to do this so it can make sense, so we can carry all this knowledge over into this very moment right now, okay? But, you know, connecting two worlds, we got heaven and hell, which is the spinal column. We talked about this, right? And this consists of a chain of 33 segments protecting the spinal cord, which is the ladder. Some people call it the stairway, with, you know, twirling stairway. That serpent, the wand, the scepter. And then also, you know, you see with the symbolism with the Uraeus, and also dealing with Moses, right? Part of the Red Sea. You get what I'm saying, right? Which is your spine. And then two, there are 3 canals or tubes in the spinal system. We talked about Ida, Pingala, and then we also talk about Sushumna, right? And this connects the lower generative centers of the body to the brain. And this is symbolized through the caduceus, the wing staff, or humes, or Tahuti, right? And this also connects with what? The medulla oblongata that we talked about before. And this interconnects with what? We talked about Kundalini energy, which is that fire. It's a Sanskrit word for what? Serpentine, or this twisting gases of force. And that ties in to these 7 chakras within the human avatar, that we gotta line these things up, okay? 7 chakra centers in the spine, okay? And so what am I saying? Why are these 7 chakra centers so important? You know, it ties in with the children of Israel. We hear this story all the time in Bible, Muhammadan to Mecca. And then you dealing with the Hindu, which is the spirit fire through the spiritual nerve centers as well. So what am I saying? You know, the path of evolution right about now, fam, you know, is for all living things, is to raise this Kundalini energy that we've been talking about. We've been focused on this for a long time, right? To raise this fire and to be in harmony with the higher planes. I told you there are higher aspect of different dimensions to you. All right. I know the universe was outside of you, but we got to deal with you first. All right. With ourselves. And then we'll deal with everything outside of us, okay? So there are different layers to you, more than what we've been told, okay? So the path of evolution, again, is for all living things to raise this Kundalini energy to be in harmony with the higher plane world, nature, and the universe within you. As above, so below, as within, so without. As the universe, so the soul, right? So remember, Hiram, Abiff, and the Christ story it's all about, allegorical myths, to help tie things together so we can remember, both had failed, they either slain or crucified, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about raising that Kundalini energy up the spine. And when Christ died at 33, right? That's when Jesus died at 33. That's when he reaches Christ consciousness. Okay, that's when he had that halo over his head. Halo, right? So that's what it's all about, fam. It's all about doing that research and reading that Bible and getting the dust off of that thing. Okay, so as we get ready to close things out, it's all about, tapping to get that harmony. Each and every one of us, we got to raise that Kundalini energy within us. So at least tap into that heart chakra so we can get, have access to different, realities, different experiences that we've been longing for, because fear shuts that down, okay? That false evidence appearing real in our lives. So as we get ready to get out of here, the brain, number 5, the brain is the center of the divine world. I repeat, that's why, you're under constant attack, okay? The brain is the center of the divine world, and you need that solar plexus energy, which is the center of the human world, which is kind of like a semi-conscious semi-conscious area, okay, until you come into knowledge and raise that energy up. But this links the unconscious below with the conscious above, okay? So that's why, fear is so powerful right now, because if they can keep you below a certain level, you can never tap into your higher faculties within your human avatar, if that makes sense. But I do want to remind you, this my note here, as you raise your overall energy, frequency, and vibration, you're going to get access to invisible worlds, different experiences, so to speak, okay? I'll keep it that simple, okay? But we already talked about the elemental kingdom, but please be aware that among nature, among these different vegetations and stuff, there's elemental, energies that are protecting, these different vegetations, okay? And then also, as you raise your energy, frequency, and vibration, your clairvoyance and your mediumship is gonna strengthen as well, which is gonna tap into your third eye. All right, so it's all about what? Practice. So over time, talk to those plant, build a relationship with a plant, with a tree, with a bird, okay? Send telepathic messages. You don't have to really talk out loud per se. You can send, say things with your mind, okay? And also, one more thing, all right? As you grow and elevate your frequency, you guys gonna start, writing down your ideas, and when you come back to these ideas, you're gonna be like, man, did I write that? So you're gonna start having these automatic writing, suggestion deals going on. So I just want to make you aware of that. And as we close, guys, when it comes to animals are in their lower brain, which is the cerebellum, okay, which is, they really don't have a conscious mind, okay? They basically, what they use is like a group spirit, and they are connected to that by an invisible cord, okay, which equal, they don't really have a free will. But human, we have free will. We still have a cord which links us to our higher self. But if we don't raise our overall, that fire within us, we will not reach that harmony to reach those higher plane worlds in nature and the universe within ourselves. I hope that makes sense so far. All right, but at the end of the day, guys, you can't blame God or the devil for it, the things that are going right or wrong in your life right now. It's all about each and every person facing the problem and solving them with your own God-given brain, and stop blaming people outside of yourself, okay? So it's time to take responsibility for our own lives, and also be intentional with all the causes and effect that you're going to stack up on, okay? So the past, present, and future is happening right now. So it's all about what are the things that you're doing right now that you're going to either rewrite your past and set yourself up for success or for failure for your future. But the things that you're doing right now, it's all on you, okay? But guys, this has been my own personal takeaway when it comes to anatomy of the human avatar, when it comes to the spinal column. All right, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you guys. All right, and if you appreciate the content, drop a thank you again. If you love the content, because you're going to learn a lot. But please get these books and do your own research behind the scenes. You're going to thank me later. But most importantly, if you don't learn anything else, learn those 7 hermetic principles. Ralph Smart on YouTube. Type in 7 hermetic principles. He'll walk you right through this stuff, okay? And watch anything that you learn, guys. You got to watch it at least 3 times, okay? Because it's too easy to overlook information on the first or the second attempt. So when you do things at least 3 times, that way you can get at least a good foundation and some working knowledge before you just go out there, haphazardly, just going off your first attempt, okay? So I hope that makes sense so far. But guys, we'll be back continuing this presentation series with the infernal world, right? We'll be talking about that pretty soon, okay? But guys, this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Take care of yourself, love yourself, learn more about yourself through self-discovery, knowledge of self, self-realization, leaving no stone unturned. Don't be mad at people because you come to self-realization that the people that you looked up to really didn't do their research. They just been blindly believing and never really picked up the book and start reading and investigating things for what they are, because we should have been having progress by now. I hope that makes sense, or some kind of quick reference guides for the next generation. I hope that makes sense. This is ridiculous. Okay, all right, but guys, I love you. All right, I'm here to remind you of greatness. You got this. It's okay, but you gotta start now. All right, but this is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.